Greetings and welcome to the Halloween edition of the Sliders Review. And I'm here today to talk to you about The Haunting Hour Catching Cold. This is one of the coolest episodes of The Haunting Hour that I've ever seen, and it has one of the most twisted, craziest endings ever. Like, I did not see this twist coming. I knew something was creepy going on, but I wasn't expecting this. So, like, whenever I first watched this episode, I first got, like, flashbacks of, like, Charmed, that one ice cream episode where, like, these kids were demon and the ice cream man had to keep them inside the ice cream truck so they wouldn't, like, unleash chaos into the world and stuff like that, right? So, I was reminded of that. And so, this episode, my God, this is when the show used to be so good because it was creepy. The setting is perfect. It's once again in that neighborhood where all the houses look the same, and the houses are either gray, black, white, or have like beige, and they're all similar and they're all colored the same thing. Like, rarely you will see any house in the neighborhood look a little different. And so that's like, and this is a real neighborhood in Canada. So they found a great setting for this. So it has that kind of like tinted, like muted color palette. And it's great. And it's perfect. And my God, the ending. So this has to do with a little boy. His name is Marty. And Marty is just like a lazy big boy. He doesn't want to move. His mom wants him to clean his room. All he does is take one little thing and put it underneath his blanket. He is that lazy. He will not lift a finger for anything except for ice cream. He hears the ice cream truck. He's ecstatic. He hops out of that bed fast. And so, like, he's asking his sister for money. She tells him no. He asks the mom for money, and she tells him no because he will never pay nobody back. When your own mom won't give you money, that tells you something right there. So then his dad comes home. His dad's like a cop. And so like before he can even ask his dad for money, he sees his dad's wallet. And he's going over and he's about to take money from it. But then he stops himself. And he goes into the drawer that the wallet is on, and he finds money in that. So he runs outside. I gotta say, I really thought he was gonna steal the dad's money. I like how they set that up. So Marty runs out as fast as he can with the money. He's trying to like chase down the ice cream truck, but the ice cream truck passes. So he's very disappointed. And then so he sees his friend Ari, and he tells Ari, like, did you see the ice cream truck? And Ari's all like, what are you talking about? He's like, the Creamy Cold truck, man. Like, I saw it and everything. And like, but it just passed me on by. And Ari's just kind of like, I didn't even see no truck or hear no truck. So they're still talking and everything. And Ari throws him like the football, but of course, Marty doesn't catch it. He's all like, man, you gotta like throw it to me. And Ari's all like, you gotta put your hands up and actually try to catch it. He had his hands down. The dude is lazy. So they're still talking about the ice cream and everything. And the mailman overhears them. And so he's all like, Creamy Cold, man, I ain't heard of that in like years. And he's all like, so he tells them the story of this young little boy who kept obsessing about the ice cream named Little Jimmy Jeffries. And so he kept talking about how he heard the ice cream truck and he could see the ice cream truck, but he could never ever catch it. And then one day, like, the ice cream truck like just left him like some ice cream on like his front porch. And so like the ice cream, the mailman's all like, he never had it, but from what Jimmy said, it was the creamiest, coldest, best tasting ice cream like in the world. And so like that night, as what's his name is sleeping, he's awoken by the ice cream truck music. And so he looks out his window, he runs outside, and the ice cream truck is so eerie and creepy and ominous. It's just parked right in front of his house with the lights super bright. You can't see inside because the windows are black on the front and the sides, but you can see in the back. And it's just like staring down his house, almost like it's alive almost. And right there on his porch, wouldn't you believe it, is ice cream. An ice cream cone with strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla scoops. So he picks it up and he eats it. And the way he eats it is creepy. It's disturbing. And then so he tells the ice cream truck dude, here's your money, but it just drives off. And so, like, the next day, this dude is now obsessing over creamy cold ice cream. All he can do is think about it, like constantly. He cannot get it off his mind. He tells Ari this, and Ari's all like, I'm not even like a fan of ice cream and everything. And like, you're just obsessing about something I've never even seen. And he's all like, and the dude's like, literally, he writes down in his like school book, because they're supposed to be studying, but they're not studying because he doesn't want to study. He's just thinking about ice cream. That's all he ever thinks about. And so he's constantly sketching like the word creamy cold in his book. He is constantly drawing ice cream and then licking the paper, thinking it's real. Like, that's how nuts this is how creepy this episode is. The boy cannot stop thinking about it. So him and Ari get into an argument because he tells him, like, Marty believes he is gifted because he believes in creamy cold. That's why it always comes to him. And Ari is just like, man, you're crazy. It's so funny. He tells Ari, man, go home and eat your frozen yogurt. Like, it's insane. Because, like, he tells the dude, like, literally, like, this is the only thing he could think about. And he thinks that he is destined to constantly eat, like, creamy cold and stuff. So they have it out, and they stop being friends. So at one other night, or maybe it could have been that same night, he starts to hear noises in his house. He starts to hear like a drip in the faucet, and it's dripping with the tone of the ice cream music. Then then his alarm clock goes off in the middle of the night, and it's in the music of the ice cream truck. It's not really, he's just hallucinating, like he thinks it is. So that either happened that time he actually got the ice cream or not. And I think or maybe not. So anyway, he goes back outside and he sees the truck and it's going, and he knows there's no way he can stop it. So one day he's walking down the street talking about how he needs creamy cold. He just keeps saying over and over, I need it, I need it, I need it. And then a cop car stops him. It's his dad. And his dad pulls out a used bike that he bought for his son, told him that it's time for you to start exercising and all this other stuff. And so he asked his dad, what's this thing in the back of your car? And he's all like, it's a spike strip. It's like to blow out the tires of the bad guys. Yeah, you can probably guess where this is going. So he hops on his bike and he rides off and he sees Ari. Ari's all like, oh man, cool bike. But he's all like, look man, I'll sell it to you for $20 and everything. And so like, Ari's all like, man, don't you want your bike? And he's all like, look, man, I gotta stock up on creamy cold. Like, I need as much money as I can get. So Ari gives him the money, but tells him, like, you can pay me back later and I can give you back your bike. Ari's a really good friend. Why? Because he's about to do a nice gesture. See, after their huge blow up and Marty insulting him and stuff, Ari decides, since Marty loves ice cream so much, he's gonna buy him tons of ice cream, different varieties. And so he has this little lunchbox cooler thing. And in there's about 12 different types of ice cream. And so he gives it to like Marty. And that's a really nice gesture. Like, the boy was mean to him and he's still being nice to him. So Marty eats like an ice cream sandwich and spits it out and talking about this is crap. And so he tells him just how good creamy cold is. He said, creamy cold, he said the ice cream that Ari bought him, it's like a school hamburger compared to the world's best steak. Like, creamy cold is literally just like that good, and other ice creams just can't compare. And so, like, after he leaves Ari and stuff, he's pretending to ride his bike like at night and everything. But of course he gave it away. So when his parents call asking like, where are you at? He's like, oh, I'm riding my bike. And he's panting and he's huffing and like that, pretend like he's riding his bike like really fast. He's hunting down the ice cream truck. And so when he finally finds it, he tries to chase after it, but he can't. But he sees the road is going on. So he takes like a shortcut and he sets up like the spike strip, and he's just standing there. And then the ice cream truck passes him, but then it bags up and it sees him and it starts like driving slowly towards him, but then it goes faster. And then he's all like, yeah, that's right, come to Papa. As soon as the car is about to hit him, like it's literally about to hit him, he jumps out the way and it hits the spike strip. All of the tires completely blown out. He's ecstatic. He goes to the window, like praying to the ice cream gods and everything. And then like, so he's like asking the truck driver, like, where are you at? I can't find you. And then he's all like, is it self-serve? So he hops through the window and he gets inside and he's just looking for it. And he sees ice cream just waiting there for him. And so he takes it, he eats it, and then we see a figure come up behind him, but we can't see the face. It's a large man. So he hands his hand, he waves his hand in the air with the money and said, like, take it. So he's gonna give him the entire $20 bill just for that one scoop of ice cream. And then the creepiest thing happened. And this is the scariest part of the entire episode. My God, it was freaky. And then so the person, we still can't see his face. He's just like, oh, you know, like, it doesn't want your money. And it's like, he turns around. It's a large, huge man with shaggy long hair and a thick beard. And in his beard is like drippings of ice cream. His outfit is like 10 times too small for him. And you see like his belly just popping out because he's wearing little kids' clothes. And it's like, he looks like Hagrid. Okay? That's what he looks like. And then Marty's all like, it's you. You're the boy. And then he's like, yeah, it's me. Little Jeffrey Jeffries. And it's so creepy. And he's all like, I was like you once. I knew you were special. And he's all like, I used to be just like you, obsessing over creamy cold ice cream. That's how I knew. Like, that's how I knew you was the Ron. And I'm just like, oh my God, where is this going? He's like, man, what are you talking about? And he's all like, the truck, it's alive. And everything. And it's all like, but now I'm free because it has you. And Marty's all like, what are you talking about? He's all like, where's the driver? He's like, you're the driver of the truck. He's like, no, it doesn't need a driver. It just wants a soul. It wants your soul. And then he opens the back door and he closes it. And he just like walks away and everything. And he's just happy and laughing because he's finally free of the cursed like ice cream truck. Marty is like hysterical. He's banging on the back of the door. He's screaming, talking about, let me out, let me out, let me out. And the truck just drives off. Marty is now trapped for decades in that truck. And the only thing he has to eat is creamy cold ice cream. Well, now big Jimmy Jeffries is walking away with a big smile on his face, talking about, it's all you can eat. It's all you can eat. I'm just like, oh my God, R.L. Stine is a mad genius. This ended on one of the darkest notes ever. I could not believe the creepiness towards the end. My God. That wasn't that spooky. All right, well, I shall talk to y'all later. Bye.